India's Petroleum Minister Hardeep Singh Puri is addressing media persons in Goa, where the India Energy Week 2024 has kicked off. Take a listen.
Energy to the venue as well. So I don't want to stand between you and what is to follow in this evening's program, but let me give you an overview of what happened today. And I think if we have a little time and if you have the inclination to ask a few questions, I'd be happy to respond to those. We were very fortunate that the Honorable Prime Minister personally inaugurated the second edition of the India Energy Week. Let me recall for those of you who may be here for the first time that the first edition of the India Energy Week was celebrated in Bengaluru last year at around this time. This is the second edition. And in the 1 year since we had the first edition, we have clocked some very impressive figures. The number of exhibitors in India Energy Week 24 is 30% higher than those in India Energy Week number 1. And we have, I think, about 900 exhibitors. The increase in exhibition area also had a 25% increase from 18.5 square kilometers last year. This year from the 15.
After successful registration, students need to log in and complete their profile. Once they have completed their profile, they can search and apply for various schemes.
This year from the 18.5 thousand square kilometers last year to 15,000, from 15,000 square kilometers. This is a 46% increase. I'm not going to go into other logistical details. We are going to have 46 technical sessions today. As far as I know, last reports coming in, we had 6 sessions. I had the privilege of participating in one of the ministerial meetings along with the Secretary General of OPEC, my ministerial colleagues from Qatar and Guyana, and the session was moderated by the head of Boston Consulting Group's. I also want to say that prior to the inauguration of the event, the Honorable Prime Minister visited a new state-of-the-art facility set up by ONGC to deal with the kind of risks that are central to many offshore facilities. Very often turbulence of weather, the helicopters face challenges, and over the last 20 years, when we analyze the data, I think ONGC has taken a commendable initiative. They've set up a world-class training facility, which has a simulation, if I understand, in real conditions. And the Navy has a similar facility, I think, in Kochi, but I think this is a even more modern state-of-the-art facility, and it is their idea to train a large number of personnel from all concerned agencies. I won't go into the details. एक दिन में कितने लोग जाते हैं offshore? 10,000? कितने?
10,000 लोग ऑपरेशन में
होते हैं every day. That's it. In one day, 10,000 of our professionals are performing duties on offshore installations. So this is a training facility which will, I think, go a long way in boosting confidence, in giving people training on how to cope with, no matter how unlikely those occurrences are, it's good to be trained. There aren't too many of these training facilities in the world. I'm personally familiar with one in the Gulf of Mexico, one also for North America, and maybe I think also off the coast of Sao Paulo in Brazil. But those are, I may not be aware of all the facts.
You're listening to a live press conference being addressed by India's Petroleum Minister Hardeep Singh